This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of, well, a print and play game that kind of caught me off guard, and I actually had a lot of fun playing it live. Now, I'm a huge Godzilla fan, okay, and there's no doubt about that. I mean, you could pretty much tell from all the stuff that I have around my office here. But there is a game out there, and it's a free print to play. It's called K-Day Kaiju Wars. And I happen to print this out and give it a try. Now, it's not really Godzilla because they can't use Godzilla, but it has a Godzilla feel to it. And, well, some of the names are kind of close, but it's just a print and play fun game. So, is it any good? Is it worth taking a look at? Let's go down to the table and check it out. So I'm going to do my best to explain this as best as I can to you guys. I'm not going to go over all the rules, but I'm going to give you an idea. You have to get 300 victory points in 14 days. So you're going to take you can use anything as far as a marker or anything like that. Some people like to just take a big old and put them on there like that. I actually have a Lego one that's around here somewhere that's really cool that I like to use. But you're going to come out of one of these 3 points. You're going to roll on a d6 and you're going to come out of the sea. Now Godzilla only has 6 hit points, okay? But you can go to one of these nuclear facilities and roll a bunch of dice and see if you can get up to 12 hit points. Hit points are the key because what you're going to be doing is moving. You're going to have 4 action points, and you're going to have 4 action points to move. One to move, and then when you attack a town, that's going to cost another action point. You have 4 action points in a day. You're going to have to destroy 4 of these boxes, 4 of these buildings, and possibly 3 of these tanks if you can, to get 30 points. The main thing is if you get the 4 buildings, you're going to get the 30 points. You don't have to destroy all the armies. But if you are stuck in this town at the end of the day, they are going to do how many damage there is to a box to a maximum of 2 damage per day. Now, how do you destroy it? Well, you're going to kind of, with a Yahtzee mechanism, more or less, you're going to roll on 3 of a kind of 3s. You're going to do 1 damage, so you would black out one of these boxes. So, and if you were able to get that, what you're going to do is roll once, and then you can re-roll any number of dice. The problem is that you have these 1s. If a 1 comes, it gets locked. And that's going to do damage from the army. 2 1s will do 1 damage, and anything over that, 3 plus, are going to do 2 damage to you on your final and third roll. But there's a way to get out of this. If you roll a 6, 6s are wild, and they will unlock those 1s and give you a chance to re-roll them. You're only going to have 3 rolls to get that, and you're going to try to get the best number that you can. If you get 2 5s, that's going to destroy 1 army box. Okay, so if you get 4 5s, you'll be able to destroy 2 army boxes. The key is to try to get 6 4s or 6 3s. That can do anywhere up to 4 to 5 damage. It's not as easy, but if you do, it's going to take out that building, and then you're going to be able to go. The way it usually works is you move for 1, and then you're going to have 3 attempts to take out all this. Hopefully you can do it in 1 and then be able to move to your next objective. Okay? If you're able to do that, you can do 1 more attack. Sometimes you're not that lucky, and you get some things where I rolled 4 1s and had them locked in, and I took a couple damage. Well, that's okay, because I can move on my following turn and move to these power plants. The problem is that a power plant is going to take up your whole turn, and then you're going to have to roll a certain number of dice and get a certain number straight to get additional points. Well, there's a catch to this too, okay? And that is that they're going to get airstrikes if you are at a power plant. what's going to happen is they're going to roll 5 dice. Now, you're going to be able to roll some dice to dodge it, but you have the possibility of getting no hit points or just a few when you really needed a bunch. Godzilla has, Zillosaurus, excuse me, has a couple of really neat abilities. Once per game, he can do an atomic breath, which will do 4 damage. He also has tail whip, which will do a couple of damage. These come in handy because, unfortunately, during this game that's going to be following you or maybe moving away from you is what they call the Guardians. And these 4 monsters, if you go into the same square as they do, you are going to fight it out. The objective, again, is to try to destroy as many buildings and get to 300, and also destroy the monsters. Once you destroy a monster, you roll on a table to see if another monster. If you find that too easy, well, guess what? There's even more. You can, at the beginning of the game, you can roll a d6, and there are different types of conditions that will make it even harder to accomplish your 14-day reign and 300 victory points that you are trying to achieve. This is a fun little game. And let's go up top and get my final thoughts. Now, I love this. I thought it was a lot of fun. I love how you mark things off and you're trying to destroy these towns. You only have 14 days. And if you find it too easy, you can roll on a table and bring even more stuff out, which is just nasty. It's just one sheet, and it's actually a nice looking sheet. I laminated it, of course, to make it perfect. And I just think this is a lot of fun. And it's something to do, and where you're just dice chucking. And sometimes that's fun. It has a little bit of that Yahtzee mechanism, I understand. But it's just fun. And if you are a big fan of kaiju like I am, you're going to really enjoy this for sure and have a good time. And it's not as easy as you think. We did a live play of it, and I got smushed. So it made me think about different strategies I could take. Maybe try to roll dice a little bit better, but that's the way it goes, isn't it? Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.